Hey guys, what's going on? It's Blake Ruffino from Are You Serious Sports. And this AYS Short is brought to you by the Drake Williams Law Firm, drakewilliamslawfirm.com. Whether you've been injured in an accident, you're preparing for a future with your estate planning, you're getting ready to close in on a real estate deal, or you're about to welcome a new addition through adoption into your family, or you're facing criminal charges, you need very experienced attorneys, and that is what the Drake Williams Law Firm will be able to do for you in navigating the legal system. The door to their cozy office in historic downtown Ponchatoula has been open since 1981. They have helped thousands and thousands of Louisiana families and individuals win cases, close on real estate deals, and regain that peace of mind. Their lawyers over at the Drake Williams Law Firm, Ernie Drake III, Ryan J. Williams, and Summer Vicnair, are very determined, compassionate, and dedicated to their craft. It's the Drake Williams Law Firm, drakewilliamslawfirm.com. Give them a call today at 985-386-7600. Tell them your good friend Blake Ruffino at AYS sent you on by.
Guess what time it is? Who? Mike, I got to tell you, brother, I'm spicy tonight. You got a lot.
I hear you.
Listen, I'm going to calm down. You know, as Martin Lawrence would say, woosah. You know, remember my pressure points. Remember my pressure points. Mike, I don't know if you read the tabloids. I don't think that you do. I don't know if you hear the outside noise. I don't think that you do. But, man, there's a lot flying in from you guys, to you guys. You had a great offseason. But, Mike, you know, and me and you've talked about this off camera. You're ready to go prove something. Mentally, I mean, like, how ready are you to kick this season off? Because, brother, I got to tell you, I'm ready. Look, instead of Mike Jones, it's like going to be like Blake Jones. Put me in the game, coach. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
What says Mike Jones?
Man, you know, this is my last year, you know, and so with that, like it definitely means more to me. And, you know, I love the game, you know what I'm saying? It's always meant a whole bunch. But to put a stamp on my career, you know, to try to go to the next level and put the best foot I want forward to go to the next level, and, you know, if we're just being honest, and it's the truth, you know,
Right.
What happens this season, you know, it's going to propel me, you know what I'm saying, or put me in a place where after this, you know, it's really going to be based off that. And so I'm ready to go. You know, I ain't never been this excited for the summer, but it's just because, like, I'm so excited for this product that I'm going to put on the field, you know. And I speak for me, I speak for the whole defense, I speak for the offense, I speak for the team. You know, we be so excited to put the work in. It's because we can see when it is about that time. And so, you know, I try to block out the noise. I try to stay off my phone as much as I can. So, you know, I try not, I don't really hear much, but, you know, I would hope everybody knows that, you know, we coming into the season, coming to the off season with the mindset, we trying to attack everything. You don't put this much work in just for fun. You know, we love this. We love the game. We love each other. You know what I'm saying? We love the fans. We love LSU. And so, you know, with every intention, everything we do is intentional. You know what I'm saying? And so whether people are thinking this or whatever about the season, we all locked in. You know, we know what we're trying to go do. Coach Kelly set the goals, graduate champions. You know, so one thing we focus on is achieving that. And whether that's, you know, worrying about that then, which is what we're not even doing, but, you know, it's just a thing that we thinking about every day. You know, we're going to be very intentional about it. And, you know, I believe in this team. We've only been, you know, we only got through spring with the new staff, but I believe 100%. If I didn't believe, I wouldn't be so passionate about it. You know, I've been around a lot of great teams. You know, I done played against a lot of great teams, and I believe in us. You know, and of course we got to get a lot better. You know, there's a lot of things we got to get better. You know, but that's just a part of, you know, where we at right now. But for everybody talking, we not worried about it. We not listening to it. Only thing we focus on us and working and getting ready for when it's time to go out there and execute, you know, every Saturday.
I don't know, Mike. I've been doing this a long time. I ain't never heard a player talk like that. Like, I'm ready. Like, you know how in Rocky IV, when it's like the music hits the hard song. Like, I'm Rocky Balboa now, dog. Like, let's roll. You got me fired up. Something you said there. Pretty much in a nutshell, like, bro, we're getting our swagger back. You know, Stella got her groove back. LSU got their swag back. Shout out Swag Surfing. Mike, you've been a part of great teams, and you just mentioned it. Because it seems like this team is starting to get their swag back. We talked to Chris Hilton Monday night, and he pretty much echoed exactly what you just said. So one's a company, two's a crowd. Now you got two people saying it. What has been done to get that swag back from you guys? Because, man, hearing that passion coming from you, brother, I mean, something's going on, Mike. I mean, what do you attribute that to? Is it just every little attention to details being focused on?
That's really what I think it is. And it's not that we weren't as like focused and as disciplined last year, but everybody is locked in on doing their job and being accountable and doing everything they're supposed to do every day. And that's hard for a team to do, and it's hard for them to do it consistently. But to see, the guys I've seen every day, pick up those things and try to knock them out every day, man, that just speaks to who we are as a team. We want this bag. It's easy to just not do things like that. It's easy to not take your vitamins. It's easy to not fill out a little questionnaire that you got to do every day. But we all doing it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that just speaks to the mindset of the team. If it wasn't important to us, if we didn't think we could do something serious, everybody wouldn't be doing it. So that's something that speaks to me, man. We got everybody bought in, everybody, to try to achieve this one goal. And so, yeah, man, that's probably the main thing, man. It's hard to keep everybody locked in for such a long period of time. And just we all doing this. It's like we ain't even got it. It was hard. It was hard to get everybody accountable at first. But now we just handle our business, and so that's probably the main thing to me, man. Seeing a whole group of guys doing this, it's not easy,
Mike, you said this on this show, and I thought it was interesting when you said it, in so many words, that all great programs kind of run the same way. Like you talk about Dabo, and then you talked about Coach Kelly, and Mark asked this question. Look, one last serious question, and we're going to lighten up. But dude, I'm just telling you, I'm fired. I'm spicy on a Thursday. One more day to the weekend. I should be chilled out, but I'm not. But you talked about how all elite programs that you've been a part of are pretty much run in the bases in their same way. How do you echo that to the team? Right? Like, you being a team captain, like, do you bust out a national title ring and be like, hey man, yeah, but I'm serious. You'd be like,
yeah.
No, like, is Mike Jones sitting in the locker room, like doing like this with a national title ring, being like, back in my day, like what yeah. How do you do that? Because I know that you talked about that, but if you can expand on that a little bit more.
I think the best way, a guy like me can do something like that is just by trying to walk it out every day. Mm-hmm. If I can do every single little thing they telling me to do, a guy who's seen as a leader, a guy who's a starter, what's that gonna say to the young guys?
Right.
Oh, if the oldest guys, the guys who's out there playing doing this, I got to do it too. This is super important, And yeah, man, that's really all I think. All I can do, is because talk only does so much. I'm saying you can lead, you can lead people by what you say, but I feel like it's hard to really buy in and follow somebody if they're not walking out what they're saying. And so I try my best, to show how bought in I am by doing everything they ask me to do. And I try to do it exactly how they want. The second they say it need to be done, I try to get it done. And, that's the best sort of way I can feel like I can show that, this is what the best programs do, because when I came in, we had two seniors, Kendall Joseph and this dude named Jalen at Clemson. And, I'm young. I'm my eyes all open, don't know what's going on. I learned how to go through my everyday routine by watching those guys every day. Mm-hmm. And so I just try to live it out the same way they did for me, because I know what that meant to me. And I know, I knew my role in the team, the way I get things done by watching them. I learned that. And so I feel like it's just by watching the leaders do, exactly what their coaches are told to do, man. It just, I don't even know what it was. It's like a chain, Some guys see you got to do it, and then it just all links up. And then before you know it, the whole team's doing it.
I want to make a Marvel reference, but I'm not going to do it. You ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Multiple times.
Okay. Remember when Star-Lord grabs the Power Stone and he's, it's really hurting him and he's got to grab the other. That's like what I'm thinking about when you're talking about the links being connected. Like Gamora grabs it. Baby Groot grabs him.
Yeah.
The precious baby Groot. But that's what it reminds me of. Shout out to the Purple Stone too. I mean, look, Mike, I gotta say, I'm a Marvel nerd. Went and watched Doctor Strange
Me
2.
too. Me too. I seen it the day it came out.
No spoilers.
You're right.
Bro.
It's better than Spider-Man. The last Spider-Man. I'm sticking to it.
All right, everyone. That is Mike Jones, LSU. I'm just joking. Don't put some respect on Spider-Man's name. Let me tell you, Mike, because I'm a little bit older than you. I was like, I was going to my junior high's homecoming.
Yeah.
What was the song back in when we were in junior high? Now who they want? Flip. Game over. That's what we were. Bunny hop. Now you got to do the bunny hop. When your boy from Spider-Man, not Tom Holland, whenever the old dude, the first Spider-Man, when he came out, I lost it. You should have heard the crowd. The movie there was like,
me too. I was in there going crazy,
bro. I lost it. Oh, and let me tell you what else I lost. Well, I can't say that because we can't spoil it. But there was something, and Doctor Strange too. I was like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. And that's why I think it's better because they're really expanding on that.
I know.
That's why I'm like, okay, they really opening up right now.
Bro, I mean, everybody pretty much knows Charles Xavier's in it, Bro, when he came out, I was like, because I don't do deep dives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not watching the Easter egg spoilers. I'm a nerd, but not that big of a nerd. When he's in the movie, I'm just like, oh, and this little girl taps me. She's like 11. She goes, "Sir, can you please be quiet?" And I was like, bro, I had to calm down. LSU starting linebacker Mike Jones is our guest. Mike, how was Warzone? I know that we shared the link last week, and I know that you're doing off-season workouts to prepare for the season. But let me ask you this too. That's a good release for you though, right? Like, because you're putting your body through a lot of stress. Okay. That's what workouts and what you playing in the SEC does. I mean, you got competitive, but is that like a good release for you too?
It can be, and it can't be at the same time. You have days like I had the other day where just nothing goes your way. And so it's releasing me playing the game, but good Lord, I be wanting to win so bad, and so it can piss me off real quick. But I like to do it. The competitiveness in it gives me a release. It's like, okay, I ain't got to go hit nobody physically, but let me enforce my will with my loadout. So it's a both thing.
Well, look, I know you probably better than most. I gotta tell you, you're competitive, man. But that's what, Mike. Do you think that Michael Jordan talks about that in The Last Dance? Like, why he does this? Why I play golf? Why I do this? Because I'm so damn competitive. I mean, Mike, it's very hard for guys like us to turn that switch off, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Danny Girl sends us 1999 via Super Chat. Shout out, Danny. Thank you so much. Shout out, Danny. But she says, #Ask Mike. Do you and the team and maybe leaders use any negativity as tackling fuel as motivation to disprove the doubters? And please tell me your cat is named who?
Well, I'll start with my cat. I got this cat a couple weeks ago. His name is Naruto. I'm a big anime guy. I mean, I wouldn't say big, but I do like my couple of anime shows.
I dig it.
Yeah, so that's Naruto. And using it for few. I mean, I can't speak for everybody else. But I did see a tweet a few weeks ago that somebody said something. Maybe we were going like 5-7 or something like that, and I've been pissed off about that ever since. And so, but I don't use it as fuel. It just pisses me off. And now, before a game, if I see something like that before a game, I'll be in the mindset that I'm going to go prove everybody wrong. And that's just, I feel like, how I'm wired. I automatically try to make the team we're going to play against the villain.
I was trying to play this, Mike. I told Ben, my son Ben, who made Mike put his shoes on all the time. I told Ben, Mike, I was like, Ben, someone said Uncle Mike's going 5-7 next year. This was his reaction.
He gets me. He got me.
It's the at the end that gets me. I want to get on that, and then we'll get you out of here, brother. You talked about it, like that motivates you. Let me tell you, like, something I would do is but this is so like 1999. I would take the news article clips and post it in my locker.
Oh yeah, I didn't see guys do stuff like that before. Absolutely.
Do you?
Man, I can't hang on to something that hard. I've learned that's not good for me because I would think about that every day.
Oh, yeah. Good for you. Good.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a psychopath with it.
Facts. I've learned though, and like I think my college experiences are just like the way Mike has built and learned more about himself. And so I was like that, especially coming in, I was like that. But I had to learn, man, if the way you work is all purpose driven behind, what others say, then I had to look at myself. I'm like, do I really love the game? Do I really love the adversity, the struggles, the dog days? And those days are hard. But man, I've learned that the reason why I kind of need those is just because I love the game. I can't just get up because somebody else says something bad about me. Now, on the game, that will set my hair on fire. I might play a little bit more mad. I might talk a little more stuff. I might push somebody a little bit later if somebody says something bad. And like I was going to say earlier, when I get on that field, I'm already imagining somebody was talking about my mama. He might not even know who Mike Jones is.
Bro, that's the most
linebacker was talking trash.
That's the most linebacker water boy comment I've ever heard in my life, bro.
I forgot that was what the movie was basically about. Oh,
tackling fuel. Typical linebacker. There y'all go. Like, we got to calm y'all down. Don't hit me that hard, Mike. I mean, look, man, I made a flubber, bro. Like, but look, all right, last one. Mike, I don't know if you're going to be going to SC Media Days. I don't know any of that. But if you do, as a leader of this team, is that when you send the message to the world? Like Joe did it in SEC Championship week or SEC Media Day week. Like, okay, hey, and I'll never forget as long as I live. He looked at the reporter that made LSU 6-6 and said, "Hey, that's cute," and he stared at him. When do you send that message? You're talking about that, or do you even have to? Or is it just a play on the field?
If I'm gonna send that message, it would be open week against Florida State. I try not to talk as much as I can off the field, and I've learned about what teams do with the things you say before the games, and so I try to keep it to myself. But everything I say, the mindset of the team, all of that's gonna be shown the first week. You can say as much as you want before the game, but and I'm not saying we're gonna do all this and all that. But as for Mike Jones, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk through my actions. You're gonna feel me. You're gonna feel how I feel whenever I play. So hopefully nobody says something crazy about going this and that. If I do go to media day, because I know in the moment I am a competitor. But as for myself in this moment right now, I plan to address all negative comments, anything like that, on the field whenever it's time to play.
Tell them they can address it with your publicist over at AYS because I got
go to AYS. Go to my publicist. Something to say it today. It's spicy today.
It's spicy today. Hey, and we got the Drake Williams law firm to back us up if we do it.
Facts.
All right, it's Mike Jones Jr., LSU starting linebacker. Spicy day today, but I love it. brother, it's good seeing you. Continue the great work on the offseason, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Sir. Appreciate you, my man.
That's Mike Jones Jr. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones.